Yeah, I mean, I think they penalized Garrett so harshly that the guys are going to be on pins and needles in this game. They're going to be careful not to do anything too drastic, but I think it's unrealistic to fully buy into what Mike Tomlin said. Like, these guys, they can't just wipe their memory. They can't hit themselves with that Men in Black pen. Like, they remember what happened, and I do think that given the opportunity within the rules, guys are going to try to hit Myles Garrett, but the only thing that's keeping it, frankly, from probably getting out of hand is how damn good Myles Garrett has been. I think they're going to be much more concerned with blocking him. Maybe they can sucker him into a fight or something to get him thrown out, because that might be the only way that they stop this guy. So I think that the incident, the coach is obviously going to downplay it, but man, Myles Garrett is a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I actually believe Coach in this case, guys. And I know you guys both played in the league, and obviously, Ryan, you for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Dominic, you for their chief rivals at a point. But I have played Madden. So I think what I have to say, well, I didn't play it, I simulated games, but still I think what I have to say is important and valuable.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't start the analysis when I play Madden.
We can't take you anywhere, Max.
The point is, the Steelers are the hunted one. The Steelers are the one that went 8-8 last year without their quarterback. The Steelers are the one who had a third-string quarterback, pick a fight with a defensive lineman, escalate the fight by going for his helmet. When he got his helmet taken off, continued to look for the fight by chasing the dude that just took his helmet off, and then ultimately that guy, the instigator and pursuer of the problem, he wasn't the one who got suspended. The other guy lost a big chunk of time, right? So the Steelers won that interaction. They won that exchange. And the Steelers are an undefeated team who is the hunted one by an up-and-coming Browns team who suddenly looks dangerous in a very tough AFC North, especially those top, maybe not the Bengals yet, although with Burrow soon to be, it looks like, but certainly the top three teams. I agree with Coach Tomlin. They have time to mess around here, and as you guys point out, Myles Garrett is a beast. They got to worry about winning this football game, and that's it. Besides which, they shouldn't be the ones with the gripe. The Steelers won that interaction. They started the fight, pursued the fight, escalated the fight, and the other team got punished. What are they upset about?
Yeah, and listen, first, guys, I can't wait to buy Mike Tomlin's book when he goes into the Hall of Fame that's titled The Standard is the Standard, because, like, this dude walks a straight line, and I'm around him, many times, and I talk to him, and that's truly who he is. What he's saying is not fabricated for the media or so you could think he's a certain way. That's the way he lives life. The other thing is this, and I'm gonna try to explain to the people how things go. See, what happens is, like, when dudes pick fight and you get a straight up fade, and say one of those dudes wins the fight, right? Like, say a dude beats me up, but I feel like I actually am a better fighter than this dude, and I'm tougher than this dude, and I still don't like him. And then we get an opportunity to meet again, then I'm like, all right, man, let's run that back. And we gonna run it back, and if I win, I'm cool, but if he wants to run it back again, we can do that. See, that's how those things happen. So Mason Rudolph would have to be the guy out there, I would think, to instigate this fight. Mason Rudolph is where he belongs, on the sideline. So we ain't got to worry about him, right? That's not a problem. And then the other piece of it is, with Mason Rudolph on the sideline, what normally happens is if anybody else is going to instigate something or try to retaliate, they are normally extremely close to the person that was offended, right? To the person that was hit with the helmet. Ain't nobody that close to Mason Rudolph, so they not tripping. They are worried about protecting Ben Roethlisberger, and this is where the Myles Garrett part comes into play, because Myles Garrett is a game wrecker. Myles Garrett is a game changer. For a man to be that strong, that powerful, that explosive, that mobile, that flexible, that functional, that's almost new to this league, and he's affecting these games, each and every game, at different points of the games. He's creating turnovers. He's constantly putting pressure. He's forcing errant throws for interceptions. That's what the Pittsburgh Steelers have to worry about, because they realize they have a number one in Chase Claypool. They realize Juju Smith-Schuster has played better. Keeping Ben Roethlisberger healthy is important. And by the way, this is an important game. The team that wins this game, to me, is the team that has an opportunity to unseat the Baltimore Ravens as the AFC North champion. So it's not about Mason Rudolph and his retaliation. It's
Dominique.
about how do I stop Myles Garrett from ruining my undefeated season.
Dominique.
Yep.
Dominique, I know this isn't Harvard Business School talk, but peep game. I mean, before he got put his NFL analyst hat on, Ryan Clark had his beef analyst hat on. He's like a beef analyst. You hear that? He went into detail.
He did detail.
He went into detail. If this dude wins, then you might want to run it back. But if he wants to run it back, that's how it happens. But the offended party has to be he got the beef rules.
I
He
need a
got the beef
chalkboard to keep
rules
up.
written down somewhere. Got it up on the refrigerator.
And he also, if
Is there
you
going
are
to be
certain
another fight?
close
Let me
to
see.
him,
Beef rule number 3? No, we're good.
I do like that. I was trying to explain it.
I do think that the
Subsection A.
the two things that could make it escalate. I think you're both right that they're not going to come into the game like this game, the Steelers, this game is about getting Myles Garrett, but they are going to come into the game figuring out how they can keep Myles Garrett off of Ben Roethlisberger. And the problem is they can't. Because nobody can keep Myles Garrett off of their quarterback. And then when he gets to Ben Roethlisberger, how hard he hits him will determine how people react to that. So I don't think it's going to escalate, but I think it's unrealistic to believe that these guys just detached all of their memories from what happened last year. Because he will, when he beats the block and gets to Ben Roethlisberger, if he tackles him in a way that guys interpret as not okay, it will escalate. That's what football players do, and that's what competitors do in that
to
situation.
send Ryan Clark there to make sure.
Yeah, I do need to
make
consult
sure
Ryan.
this goes.
Oh my
the
God.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.